Welcome everyone on our webinar from Lyon Software and PnrGo integration. Today we'll show you how you can affect flights by PnrGo integration and how this is visible in Lyon Software. Also with me is one of the best experts from PnrGo, Małgorzata Woźniak.
Hello everyone, great to be here.
So maybe at first I will show you how you can integrate Lyon Software with PnrGo. This is a very easy process, so let me just share my screen with you. And yeah, so all admins in Lyon, when they access the admin panel by clicking on the gear icon in the upper right corner, have access to the add-ons panel. And here, the PnrGo integration can be found. For this account, this is already enabled, but if now you will find it on the list. So you just simply need to click on the integration. Here in the About tab, you will find basic information about PnrGo. And also, what is very important, you will find a contact to support of PnrGo, contact email. Also, you can contact them from the main website, pnrgo.com. So the first step will be to contact the support team. And then you will receive activation link, which all admins can click to enable the integration. But first, they need to access their login credential to the integration panel. And then everything is prepared, and PnrGo can start doing magic on the flights. So please, Gosia, tell us a few things about PnrGo and how you can help users of Lyon.
So the whole point of PnrGo is to automate the process of sending API and PNR data. So we are like a middleman between carrier and border guards around the world. So right now we are connected to more than 60 countries around the world. So it means that you are flying there, we will send API and PNR data on your behalf. So basically, we're taking all the work for the carrier and taking care of it. The whole process is fully automated, which we show probably later on. And then carrier doesn't have to really worry about all the data. Mm-hmm. Additionally, if we take over the whole communication with the border authorities, before you can start sending the data, you need to go through the whole certification and enrollment process, and we'll take care of that for you as well. So basically, the whole connection sending with the border guards is taken care of for the clients, for the carriers.
Nice. So the client needs to only enter the flight, and the PnrGo will do the rest.
Exactly. If you are using the PnrGo, there's no additional action on carrier side. Everything is done for them. So basically, they can forget something like API and PNR even exists.
Mm-hmm. Great, nice. And just to mention, the flights need to have a few criteria met, so the PnrGo can check the flights. So first of all, the flight needs to be confirmed. So it cannot have option or opportunity status in Lyon. It cannot be ferry, so it needs to include passengers.
Let me just put here one thing. The only exception, of course, is here if we need to send API crew, so the data of the crew. In this case, the ferry flight will also be included, so we can send the data to the proper authorities.
Oh, okay, thank you for this correction. So also, flights, of course, cannot be cancelled. The flight type needs to be PAX or owner. It must be international flights. And of course, the flight number also needs to include ICAO or IATA prefix of the operator. And the country must be on the PNR ready list. Can you tell us about this few things?
Yes. So when you choose to go with PnrGo, you also choose at the beginning during the onboarding, the whole integrating process. You choose countries to which you would like to be connected to. So if you're flying only in Europe, you will choose, let's say, only the European countries. So if it happens that you have a flight outside of Europe and none of those countries are connected for you, we will not be pulling this flight from Lyon.
Let me just one more time share the screen with you. and to check how the PnrGo can affect ops checklists on the flights. Yeah, so as I can see, you already have some changes. So for our operators, it doesn't matter if you are using ops table, ops calendars, or ops timeline. The right panel and the checklist will be, of course, available for you. And as I can see, the PnrGo has already made some actions on the flight. So please tell me, Gosia, what can we find here?
So the first position is for PNR and API messages. So this is the general status of all the messages. Here we can see error. It means that there is a problem with one of the messages. After clicking exactly on the show status, you can see exactly for which country and with which message there was a problem. So and you can see this is flight between Lithuania and PnrGo. Sorry, and Bulgaria. Sorry. As you can see, for Lithuania, the message was sent okay, and the next one is planned. So that's also okay because it will be sent as soon as the flight departs. But for Bulgaria, there's a problem with first message. As you can see, PAX message generation failed for PnrGo. So it means there's something wrong with the passenger data, with the flight, or with something else, and some action needs to be taken to fix it.
Yeah, so the user needs to check the flight data and also the passenger details. So the name, surname, passport entry.
Exactly. So additionally, PnrGo sends to indicated email of the carrier alerts. So as soon as there's something wrong, as they can see here in Lyon, then they should check their email to see exactly what is wrong and how to fix it.
Okay. And next we have PnrGo sanction list, which is for OK status.
Yes, so sanction list, what this is another product, let's say, that we offer outside of PNR and API, is checking sanction list. Right now we offer 12 different sanction lists, and we check each passenger, each crew member via comparing them to those lists. If any of the passengers received any match, then here we will see warning. If we have okay, it means that all the passengers received 0 match to the sanction list.
Yeah, and we can fly to the destination.
Exactly.
Okay, sure. And interactive API.
Exactly. So this is the newest position we added here really recently. Some of the countries require interactive API. What does it mean? When we send API, so the PAX data, to authorities, like for example, Canada, USA, soon UK, in response is each passenger received board status. So it means if they can be brought to this country or not. So they will receive okay to board, not okay to board, error, advisory. There are many options. And here we will show status, the worst status of all the passengers. So even if one of the passengers received not okay to board or error, here you will exactly see wrong status.
Okay, so let's check some other flights as well. Let's check what we have here. Okay.
So this is a good example of the opposite situation than in the previous slide. So all the PNR and API messages were sent okay, but one of the paths received match to one of the sanction lists. You can always check exactly
on the
passenger received what match was. Okay, we used Vladimir Putin here, and he got 100% match to sanction list.
Yeah, and we can see the alert right away on the
exactly. So you can easily see that there's something wrong. Definitely take a look, and maybe you should not cooperate with this person.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's just go ahead and check the next one.
Yes. So here we have two things worth noticing. First one is that finally we got interactive API status added and not applicable. The not applicable will show if this is flight between two countries that do not require interactive API. So for example, Poland, between Poland and Germany, none of them require. But here we have a flight between Germany and USA. And in USA, there's an interactive secure flight program for some carriers. In this case, we had one passenger, Adam Smith, who, of course, in Germany was not checked. So he still got OK to board automatically because it's not checked. But also from the USA, we got response cleared to go, so OK to board. So carrier knows that this person can be boarded and brought to USA.
Yeah, and then there is no issue with him. Okay, sure. And the last one, let me see, the checklist.
So here we have, first of all, the other response from the interactive API, in this case, rejected. It means that at least one passenger on this flight got not OK to board from country. In this case, this is again USA, which is the easiest to test, to be honest. So this is why we are using this one. But of course, it works the same for all other interactive countries.
Yeah. So yeah, here we can see that Lily Lilac cannot fly to the US.
Exactly. So there's additional action needed on the carrier side. They need to check the document. Maybe they forgot to add visa or something, making it that the response from the country will change. So it's also a possibility.
Okay, and also I can see we have EAPIS as well in this checklist.
Additionally, we of course the US EAPIS is part of the API, let's say, part. But this is a bit more complicated. It's really sensible to error. We have two options of sending EAPIS. One is partly manual, so the carrier will trigger it manually from our system. And the second one is fully automated, so will happen every 24 hours before the flight. And of course, to make it easier on the carriers, we put the status of the EAPIS separately from all the others, because as I mentioned, it's complicated and it's really, the CBP is really eager, let's say, to give penalties for incomplete data. So here we not only put the status of the message, but also confirmation code. Confirmation code, this is something we received after sending EAPIS from the USA. And this code is needed, for example, to get landing permits. So carriers can easily find it here as well.
Okay. So please tell me, Gosia, what can be the issues from the perspective of the operator? So can he have some additional payments if he will make some errors with sending the documents? What is the main business cost of connecting Leon with PnrGo?
So it's still the responsible of carrier to correctly input all passenger data into Leon. We as a PnrGo, we do not check the passenger data. We check if everything is there, so we can send the message, but we are not checking if they were correctly read from the passport and then input into Leon. Recently, with the new UK regulation this year, and the UK is really strict regarding the passenger data that they're correctly sent to them. There was a lot of problems because carriers forgot to add middle name, incorrectly input the data, the name, surname, and so on. So this is really the most important part, is to remember to double check that the data inputted into Leon match the data in the passport.
Okay. And if there are some wrong entries, can there be maybe some fines or some legal actions from the government side for the operator?
Yes. So of course the biggest penalties are for not sending data at all in most cases. But again, UK this year, hot topic. Even for switching the letters in the name of the passenger, can get you a fine up to even how was it, £10,000, even for switching 2 letters in someone's name. So that's really a lot for such a small mistake. But yes, so it's really important to remember that and focus when you type the data.
Yeah, so the PnrGo can like reduce the unwanted costs of the operations in this case.
Yes. Still, the names are on the carrier side, but the whole submitting and changing, it's on us, and it works really smoothly.
Yeah, great. Okay, and I think we have one more function to be mentioned, right?
Yes, this is not for all carriers. This function is mostly for charter operators working, for example, with tour operators and so on. So let maybe add another flight and show it this as well.
Yeah. Okay, as I can see, we have some new flight. So what we have here, as I can see, the checklist is, I think we have some warning, but there is something in the PAX tab.
Exactly. So
and in the text field, yeah. So what is visible here?
What happened here? So this is for carriers, as I mentioned before, that do not really gather the passenger data by themselves. So the passenger data are gathered by the tour operator or someone else. And they don't really have those PAX data here in Lyon. What we can do for them is to receive the PAX data from the tour operators, gather all the data, and put the statistic here. So first of all, we put the number of passengers at the top to the right, where you can see how many passengers there is on the flight. And then we have exactly PAX statistics. So how many PAX there is, in this case is 30, how many men, how many female children and infant on this flight. Then you can also see the summary of the special requests, so the SSRs. In this case, there are plenty, plenty different requests. But of course, if there's, you can see that there's exactly 6 children, someone with wheelchair, someone wanting a vegetarian meal. So first of all, you can use this information, of course, for the weight and balance, but also to contact the airport for the special request, or if there's someone needing special assistance, like for example, with the wheelchair. So this is for those carriers. If in case there is an update to those data, so we receive a new passenger list from tour operator, we'll of course update this data here, and you will see exactly what's going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So from the perspective of the operator, it's also very important and useful information.
You don't have to check the Excel or other formats the tour operator use for the passenger gathering. You can see everything in Lyon, so I think it's making it really, really easier.
Okay, nice. Also, our operators has reported us that there are some issues with a few countries. I think this is Turkey, United Kingdom, Canada, and USA, I think. Can you please tell me from your perspective what are the problems with those countries?
So I think the hot topic of this year is definitely the UK. This is a huge topic. We had a separate webinar regarding this that lasted for an hour. I think the most important thing to remember from the carrier side about the UK is that the final submission of the information of the passenger and crew information needs to be done at least 2 hours before the departure, and to always double check that the passenger data are input correctly. I think those are the, in the short time we have here regarding the UK, those are the 2 most important thing. So but yeah, a lot of is happening with the UK. So if you have any questions regarding this, please watch our webinar, because I think we covered most of that.
Okay.
Then Turkey, yeah, this is something we had also quite a few questions because they, I think in the beginning of this year, were informing a lot of carriers to start sending the data. Here, the difference is, first of all, it's not interactive in the Turkey. And then there are different regulations for business aviation carriers and for bigger like charter and schedule airlines. So for business aviation, only API is required, so passenger and crew data. What is important here to mention, they do require also the submission for domestic flights. So even if you are flying from Antalya to Istanbul, so you still need to submit the data. And what is complicated regarding Turkey, the different times at which you need to submit the data depending on what type of flight you have. So at different time you submit them for domestic, a different for departure, and a different for arriving. So that's hard to remember.
Yeah, a lot of regulations to make your life easier.
Exactly. And from what I heard, you can always ask ground handlers or the FBO to submit the API on your behalf. But I heard that it's not really cheap. So if you find that's a lot, it's good to have another solution for that. I think we also got a lot of questions regarding Egypt. This is a pretty new country regarding the API and PNR directive because it's only past 2 years, I think. What is important regarding this country, there's additional traveler charge. So what does it mean? The Egypt will charge carrier for each passenger they bring to Egypt and then from Egypt. So each traveler costs $199. So we also need to remember about this charge. I think this is for charter operators with a lot of passengers on board. This is quite the information to remember about. What we also, I think Canada is also pretty complicated. So just a few words about Canada. There are a lot of programs in Canada, so I think that's the most complicated part to understand under which program the carrier is. The first one and the most known is CANPAS. So CANPAS right now is starting to be only for private flights, so private operations. Previously, it was for all business aviation, but now it's changing and it's going to be allowed only for private operations. Unfortunately, the CANPAS is still a bit in the dark ages because the only way to send CANPAS is via fax or just call them and dictate each passenger and
all the details
members. So that's pretty annoying, but not really much we can do about this. And then the commercial carriers, for them, there are 3 to 4 programs. The interactive API for the arrival, the air exit for departure, PPP, this is a passenger protection program, and then the PNR directive. So there's quite a lot happening there. The first 2, so the interactive API and air exit. So this is basically that. Those 2 programs are the same, it's just covering different type of flights. So here there's an interactive version. So for each passenger, you will receive response if they're okay to arrive or not. And those 2 programs cover the migration part. So they're taking care of if this person has a visa or other documents that allow them to arrive to Canada. The third program, so the PPP, this is sort of like no-fly lists in the USA. So they're checking the passengers via this list. For example, if there are no terrorists or something like that. And for that, you will also receive okay to board or not okay to board. And then only combining two answers, so from migration part and the PPP, you will get the final answer for the passenger if they can arrive or not. Bit complicated, I know, but via PnrGo, basically you receive one answer combining those two already, so you can easily see if you can bring this person or not. The last one, the PNR, is only for bigger charter or scheduled airlines, so I don't think there's much to add regarding this. Okay, I think that covers most of the complicated countries. So I hope that this quick and short summary helped a bit.
Yeah, good that PnrGo is here and can help Leon operators to, let's say, focus on different things and do not care about the border regulations and sending passenger data.
Exactly. If you choose PnrGo, you can absolutely forget about all of that. We will take care of it for you and just put the most important information in Leon so you can easily see if everything is okay or there's something you need to do. So basically nothing to worry about with the PNR and API then.
Yeah, just Leon users needs to add the most accurate data to the phone books of the passengers who have correct passport, correct names, no incorrect letters, entries, and then the integration will be smooth and clear.
Exactly. Then there should be absolutely no problem.
Okay, so I think with this sentence we can end. Or if you have something to add, go ahead.
Well, that's okay. No, I think it's always a pleasure. We have been working with Leon for how long? I think it's already six years. And so the integration it's nothing new. Let's say it has been working correctly for a really long time. And the only thing we do is basically we are adding new features, so the life of the users can be even better and better without any additional work from their side.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Gosia. Thank you all for joining our webinar today, and have a nice rest of the day.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me. It was great to do it together so clients can better understand how all of it works.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.